no deal. And this month, we're going to do some deal analysis using a tool that we make available to our students that is Privy. And we make this tool available through trainings, and then they're able to get their own accounts. And this tool allows you to basically mine the MLS. And so again, you make the call, deal or no deal on these deals, and recommend an exit strategy. So you really can only decide whether a deal is a deal or no deal by first defining what your goals are. So what are your goals? Are your goals cash now, cash monthly, cash later? And what types of opportunities are you looking for? So we're going to jump right now into the tool that I was just referencing. The tool we're going to be looking at tonight in terms of doing some deal or no deal analysis is going to be that Privy tool that I referenced. So let me go ahead and take you through that here. So we're looking at a screenshot of that tool, Privy, and you see the link there, the website, reigoals.com. You can get on my calendar anytime to get a free strategy session. I'll give you a little bit more about that as we go throughout the call. But let's go ahead and jump into the Privy app. So we're going to do that right now. For those of you all live, tell me what areas you are investing in. Go ahead and throw in the live chat the areas that you are investing in. I'm going to monitor this live chat. I'm going to pick an area that I get in the live chat, and then we'll go ahead and do a search inside this Privy, which is commonly known as like the MLS for investors. So San Francisco Bay Area. Let's see if we have that Northeast Baltimore near Morgan. So I'll start with the San Francisco Bay Area, then we'll come to the Baltimore area. So let's go ahead and see if we have the Bay Area in here. I'm not sure if the Bay Area is in Privy yet. Let me see here. Do we have Oakland? So we have Oakland there, not San Francisco. But I'm going to use Oakland since that was the first comment here. So going to go ahead, and now we are looking at Oakland, and you can see San Francisco across the bay. So what we're going to look at right now, we're in Privy, which is the tool that will allow you to search the MLS with some presets and investor-friendly filters. So we're already looking at Oakland. We're going to do a filter, and we're going to look for fix and flip opportunities. Of course, there's another tab here for buy and hold opportunities. Parius, I believe I said that right. Are you looking for fix and flips or buy and holds? Again, these are going to be a part of you specifying your goals, right? You have to know at the beginning, are you looking for fix and flips? Are you looking for buy and holds? So are you looking for cash flow monthly, which would be your buy and holds? Are you looking for maybe more equity and cash flow later? And so that may be a fix and hold, like a BRRRR, so where you would do a fix instead of a flip, a fix and a refi to hold. So, you have to define your goals first, and then you can know what types of opportunities you want to go after. But Paris is saying Oakland and fix and flip. So we're looking at Oakland, put fix and flip. We're going to put a spread here. Let's say we want to put a gross spread, including our renovations, of $225,000, which again would be a gross spread, including your renovation. So we're going to go ahead and look at single family and attached, and we're going to see if we find anything in the Oakland area with that search there. Okay, so a lot of properties have come up on the Oakland side here. Let's see if we can do a filter and filter again, and let's see if we can keep our price point up to 650. See if anything remains. Okay, so we've now narrowed our search down to 6 properties. Okay, so let me just show you how quickly we narrowed that search down. So I'm going to get rid of this spread here. I'm just going to clear everything out. Okay, clear everything out, and you can see all these different properties all around. If I then go back to the filter, put a max price. So let me say a max price of $750. Is $750 a good max price point for ARV, Paris, in the markets you're targeting in Oakland? Yes, no, maybe so. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this filter suit. He can chime in. So you can see if I put a max price in there of 750, you can see there's 82 properties that are being viewed. If I go ahead in here and then put in, again, I'll check and attach. Let's see also. So it's 83 properties, single family or attached. Let me check this fix and flip. Sorry. So 46, you can see how the filtering works really well, right? So fix and flip properties, attached or single family, price listing of 750,000. And you can see it's active. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in here a spread of, let's put 200,000 here. And again, this is a gross spread, including, from the purchase price, up to what the ARV would be. So I'm going to go ahead and put that at 200,000. So you can see here, narrow the numbers from 46 down to 16. So we can go ahead and click around some of these listings here. Let's say we scroll down the photos here and see what we come up with. So this property here, this one here has been on the market for 4 days. Let's go ahead and open this one up. Yeah, so Perry says 750 is good. So I think that'd be a decent number. Oakland market there, sort of like that, the DC metro area in some respects on a pricing standpoint. So this property here is listed for 280. If we scroll down and we want to look at all activity here, if I click that checkbox, it's going to show all activity, and you're going to see all the properties that are, in this case, within 0.6 miles that have sold. And if we come up here a little bit, you'll see how the map with Privy does a pretty good job of providing a geo radius for the comps here, and they try to keep with their algorithms pretty tight. The black dots represent rental comps, the red represents solds, the yellow or ambers represent, the yellows represent pending, and the orange tangerine colors represent under contract. The greens are actives. So what we're trying to do right here with this quick analysis is to see, what the prospects of this deal could be. So we want to filter by a descending price. So it looks like there are properties that have sold, as high as 760 within 0.19 miles, 3-bedroom. And if you do ascending, properties as low as 360. So as low as 360, as high as 760. So a very, very big range there. When you have big ranges in areas like this, it typically lends itself to flip opportunities, getting properties on the lower end, fixing them up, and then selling them on the higher end. So let's get closer to where we are here. You can see this property here, this little circle here. Privy determines that to be kind of like a Privy preferred property, one that may have good investing potential. So let me go ahead and look only at investor activity. Investor activity, meaning properties that were purchased and then resold. So there's a property that was purchased for 232, and then resold for 432. So purchased for 232.5, sold for 432. So gross spread there of 200,000. Pretty similar to the types of numbers we're looking at for a gross spread in this property. I don't know if this is a natural barrier with this 185 highway. Usually when you have a major highway like this, it can be a natural barrier. So who knows if this comp, on the other side of this Route 185 is a reasonable comp or not. You'll have to obviously know your local areas to know that. But let me now get rid of this investor activity filter. And again, that investor activity filter was just showing you a property that was bought low and then sold high, bought low, sold high, which would be more indicative of a flip activity. So let me go ahead and now see if we can find some decent comps close to the property. These comps here are all 3 bedrooms. Okay, so all of these are 3 bedrooms. All these are 3 bedrooms down to here. The first 2 bedroom, I'm sorry, I skipped one. The first 2 bedroom on the list in terms of descending comps is one that is 0.32 miles away. And let's take a look at that one and see what it looks like. All right, so this one is 1,160 square feet. We're going to scroll through this one real quick. And what we're trying to do is trying to see if the property we selected is a deal or no deal. Okay, so let's go back to our original property. This is 1,160 square feet. Our original property is 800 square feet. We don't have any interior photos of this property. So hard to say, based off of that comp. Let's see if we can find something with a smaller square footage. So when we get down the list, it looks like if you get into square footage below 1,000, the highest comp we get is somewhere around 460. So let's take a look at that one and see what we're looking at. And this looks more similar to the house that we're talking about. So it's possible. It will require more analysis, of course, but it is possible that this subject property at 280 active could, have a ARV somewhere in the mid to high 4s. It's currently tenant occupied. So, would a property like this make sense, to buy it, hold it for cash flow, to then maybe eventually evict the tenant and renovate it? Who knows? We look quickly at some numbers here, what's possible in terms of houses around it if it was renovated. So there in the live chat, your thoughts. Would this be a type of property where you would look for properties like this with numbers like this, where maybe the swing of value could be, as much as 200,000 higher if you were to, evict a tenant, buy it vacant, do some renovations, and then sell it for a higher price point? Thoughts, comments, looking for some engagement here to let me know, how you would go about, searching an MLS, mining an MLS to look for deals like this. I'm going to bounce around to another market, the Baltimore market. We had someone else say looking at Baltimore. I'm going to bounce around the Baltimore market and do a similar analysis in a different market. But comments on whether you think this would be a deal or not. Buying a property that's currently tenant occupied, $1,800 a month, with the potential to force the value with a future renovation. Okay. So while I wait for comments to come in, I'll continue to move on. So we're leaving the Oakland market. We're going to now go to the Baltimore market. So Perius is in the Oakland market. He says that actually looks like a good deal.